You're sitting on the toilet, feeling relieved, and reach for the roll, and it's empty. You start to panic as you look around for something else to use, but nothing is there. Have you realized how important this paper is in our lives? But where did toilet paper come from? And how is it made? The story of toilet paper begins in ancient China, where the first documented use of paper for personal hygiene dates back to the 6th century AD. But this was not the cheap and rough paper we know today. It took hundreds of years for toilet paper to become more widely available and affordable. For hundreds of years, it was a luxury item. But in the 19th century, things changed in the US. The US started mass-producing toilet paper. This early toilet paper wasn't exactly comfortable. It was rough, like sandpaper, and super thin. Thankfully, things have come a long way since then, and today, we enjoy the soft, strong rolls we're used to. So how exactly do they make this essential bathroom companion? The process of making toilet paper is quite interesting. Our story begins deep within towering forests, where mighty machines start a mission to collect wood. These colossal harvesters, weighing a hefty 18 tons, are like lumberjack superheroes, felling trees with precision and turning them into logs. Once harvested, they undergo a remarkable transformation, converting them into a vital raw material called pulp, the very essence from which our toilet paper will be crafted. Before the wood can be turned into pulp, it must be converted into chips. This task is entrusted to a gargantuan machine called a wood chipper. The wood is first cut into uniform pieces and fed into a shaft where giant drums await. These drums strip away the tree's outer layer, leaving as much wood as possible intact. The debarked wood is then meticulously cleaned with a water bath that removes any lingering stones or sand. Metal detectors vigilantly scan the wood to eliminate stray nails or screws that could damage machinery further down the production line. The wood is then reduced into tiny wood chips by giant rotating knives. A conveyor belt transports these chips to massive stockpiles where they await their destiny. The wood chips are composed of fine fibers that must be further broken down to create toilet paper. This intricate process takes place in large industrial tanks called decomposers, where the wood chips are cooked until they transform into pulp. After 3 hours of cooking, most of the moisture in the wood evaporates, leaving behind a mixture of cellulose fibers, lignin, which binds the wood fibers together, and other materials. Out of this mixture, approximately 15 tons of usable fiber, known as pulp, are extracted from each cooked batch. Another essential raw material for toilet paper production is recycled paper. However, obtaining recycled paper is a more complex process than harvesting wood. First, we have this amazing machine called a sorter. It's like a superhero that can spot and separate recyclable paper from unwanted stuff. The recycled paper goes on a journey along a conveyor belt, and the sorter works its magic. The sorter is super smart. It can automatically get rid of things like rubbish, cardboard, and even plastic. It starts by using a sieve to remove the big stuff and cardboard. Then it employs near-infrared sensors to detect any remaining unwanted materials. When it finds them, it blasts a burst of air, sending them flying off the conveyor belt. Incredible, right? This remarkable machine can sort an astonishing 400 tons of recycled paper every day. In the next process, the recycled paper hits the spa, a massive washing machine with a 14-step pampering routine. It's not just a bubble bath, it's a full makeover, turning old papers into clean, reusable fibers. Think of it as a detox for paper. Centrifuges spin out the gunk, and soapy washes strip away the inky past. This intricate process is not only labor-intensive, but also more environmentally friendly than using wood for pulp. Finally, the pulp is de-inked by washing it with soap, causing the color particles in the ink to attach themselves to a foam that is subsequently skimmed off. The result of this meticulous washing process is a sludge-like pulp. To prepare it for paper production, it is treated with bleach and diluted with a substantial amount of water. Now that the factory has acquired pulp from both wood and recycled paper, it's time to transform it into actual paper. The paper machine, a colossal 120-meter behemoth, produces solid paper from pulp in 4 distinct steps. The paper machine is our hero today. It's not just big, it's a marvel that turns pulp into paper faster than you can send a text. Firstly, the prepared pulp is fed onto a large mesh screen or belt called a filter wire. As the pulp mixture moves along, something amazing happens. The water starts to drain through the screen, leaving behind a layer of intertwined fibers on top. The wet paper sheet then sets off on a journey through a series of press rolls. These rolls squeeze out more water, increasing the density of the paper. The pressed sheet, now known as a wet web, still contains a significant amount of water. To dry out the wet web completely, we guide it through a section with heated rollers. The heat does its thing and evaporates the remaining water, transforming the wet web into a continuous sheet of dry paper. But we're not done yet. Well, we need to smooth them out, just like ironing out wrinkles in your clothes. That's where the ironing rollers come in. They're incorporated into the paper machine and make the paper sheet nice and smooth. And guess what? This whole process happens in just 7 seconds. But we're not done yet. The paper takes a spin around the Yankee dryer, getting a final touch-up. Next, the paper undergoes a process called creping. Creping is like giving the paper a gentle crinkle, making it soft and reducing its strength and thickness. Consequently, we got a thin paper sheet. Sure, it's a bit more delicate now, but that's what makes it perfect for toilet paper. But how does a paper sheet transform into the toilet paper we use? This transformation occurs within a machine known as a toilet paper roller, 80-meter-long marvel that can produce 500,000 rolls per day. It's like a toilet paper factory on steroids. Paper roller is like a huge drum, and the paper sheet is carefully wound around it. The paper sheet keeps getting wrapped around and around the roll until it forms a big, fluffy, and oh-so-comfortable roll of toilet paper. It's like a transformation from a flat sheet into a soft, usable product. Before the toilet paper reaches your bathroom, it gets some finishing touches, like various patterns are printed onto the paper rolls. These rolls are slightly larger than the standard rolls we are accustomed to and are subsequently cut into smaller rolls of various sizes, catering to the specific requirements of the market, such as standard toilet roll sizes or household towel rolls. To ensure your toilet paper is thrown-worthy, it undergoes rigorous testing for stretch, opacity, and even color. It's like the Olympics for toilet paper, where only the best and brightest make it to your bathroom.